Hello, this is Understanding Elon Musk, and as you can see, so as you can see, I was in Chiba, and on Sunday we had nothing to do, and let's go to Tesla. So we went to Tesla, and oh, this is not it. Uh, how do I go to the next one? Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, see here. So there are four stalls on one side, four stalls on another side. So you have eight chargers there. Superchargers, you see some Teslas. This is to store from the outside, and you see the reflections. You see our car, Serena, the Nissan we have. This was the Model Y, and this is the Model 3. You can see they have a small display room. There's also a second place, but they wanted to bring us there, but we didn't go there. This is the back side. This is the car we drove outside, and yeah, it was a nice drive. My wife was not really impressed with the normal. Yeah, you have to adjust to the way you drive a Tesla. But we talked with people there, and I have to say, Tesla will not do good in Japan. I think really Elon Musk has to be worried. Why? I will tell you why. First, if you look at self-fast driving, only 30% of the capabilities are possible in Japan. And of those 30%, there's something as filler parking, so you park the car next to a car if they're in a row. Now, Japan, we don't park like this. Then they have a summon for out of the garage. Now, in Japan, you don't have a garage. Now, those are two things totally useful, not useful in Japan. Then, if you look at the chart of the charges, now the main concentration is in the big cities like in I think Osaka and Tokyo. Now, in the countryside, almost nothing. And in Chiba, this is Chiba, there are no chargers. Where do people live? Do they live in Tokyo? No, they live in Chiba. And there are no chargers, superchargers in Tesla. It's a nice beach there. People go there a lot for vacation, for activities, and there are no superchargers. There's only a supercharger thing that you can go to the north. Now, this really you have to really go only one way you can go because there is after 100 kilometers there's only a few charges there. If you go to the other side to Osaka from Tokyo, there are only a few around Fujisan. There is a little bit more, but it is really almost none. If you look at Korea, crazy. If you look at Taiwan, crazy. China, really crazy amount of charges. Japan, there are no charges. They say Chatomon, that is this charges that here we have in that other electric cars use. Now, that is a joke with this name. For Elon Musk and fans, try to find the joke of the charges, the biggest charger system in Japan. If you understand the joke, you start to cry. Really, people also when I come into the store, normally if we go to a dealer, we got our welcomed. We are welcomed as guests, and they prepare everything. You get some coffee, nice talk. Totally nothing. I understand it is more like engineers, like more yeah, you have to do it yourself. The folders we get, I can maybe show you. Now, this is the only folders for their cars they sell. Look, this and this. This is the only thing you get. They have about the Model I, Model Y, and the Model S. That's only a little bit the price. Tesla, you see Tesla, yeah, of course. And you have here, of course, the Model 3 a little bit, yeah. But that's it. Now, then you think, oh, advanced. Of course, Tesla is the most advanced car. No way. Why? Subaru has a system that's for helping driving, a driving assistant, is more advanced as the Tesla. Why? Because everything in a Tesla is blocked for self-driving, and it is so stripped down that it is not almost not useful. So even the persons that sell these cars that you better drive without it. Just use the manual drive is better. Subaru is better. Now they say, okay, then you have the battery, the power wall. Doesn't work. In Nissan, you have a Nissan car with all a tanky. You connect it to a power wall. They have a power wall by Nissan, and you can run your house on it. Everything you can combine your car with the power wall, with the solar panels on your house. Everything is integrated. Tesla cannot do it. Why? I don't know. That is the reason why in Japan they want, because of earthquakes, we have Teiden, so we have blackouts. Now, That's why in the south of Japan and Okinawa they use these things. And a little bit use of this Powerwall. But even if you say, okay, the Powerwall is then cheap, no, Panasonic, maker of batteries, is cheaper. So it is even better to buy a battery from Panasonic. The auto system, the driving assistant is better, Subaru. And then the integration with your housing solar panel, Nissan is better. Nissan also sells electric cars, a small one and a bigger one, and they're comparable with price. Now, if you go a little bit on the hybrid, you can buy a Serena, that's also better, and it's much bigger than this one. More space, more normal. You can drive it as a normal car, you can put gasoline in it, and you can drive it on electric. It's better. So, conclusion, very simple. They have to change the law. They have to add this functionality for self-driving. Now, it takes at least 3 to 5 years to do this. So they have to buy, or they have to, what here in Japan is the old man society, they have to influence politics to get here. There's Honda, there's Mitsubishi, there's Toyota, there are big companies. They will block every way Tesla, and that is easy for them. Even the batteries, Panasonic has more power here in Japan than you think. This is my dog. Now, it is a nice car. It is. They say. So we asked the salespeople who are buying these cars. Now they say people that like Elon Musk and people that like an interior with nothing in it. That's the only way. Not because it is high tech. It is cheaper. It's whatever the reasons are that in every other country this is. We've got initiative of the country. No, only fans of Elon Musk and a little bit of the car design buy this car in Japan. There is no advantage at all. If you look at the price, I can see the price. The price is you can better buy a gasoline car. They say yeah, the service is more expensive. Now here in Japan, sometimes you get the service almost for free. It is easier. They are more customer oriented here. The service is sometimes you get extra options, extra stuff here very easily. Yeah. Okay. Tesla is totally complete, the glass roof, everything's in there, but you have this price, okay. But I think what people are complaining about, the dealers are not interested to sell electric cars. I can assure you, people here, these people at Tesla in Japan don't want to sell any Tesla cars because they know it is a crappy car in Japan. So what has to be different here in Japan? They have to get those SSD working. Believe me, Japan is busy to do it, but I think they wait first for Toyota, Honda and other things they can do it. And if they cannot do it, they wait until they can do it. So Tesla, even if it is maybe already possible to do auto taxis, they will just ignore it because it is not Japanese. Huh? It's in the name of Nissan, huh? Japanese car company. So that is the big obstruction of here for the car itself. The technology, so make this thing that you can connect it to your house and you can charge your house. Also, the stupid thing is, why are you investing in superchargers in Tokyo? Tokyo people don't need they have a garage and they will charge it there. They don't need superchargers. Maybe people that come from the countryside, but in the countryside you need them more. So, and especially Chiba, there is no supercharger at all. And if you look at the business, Disneyland is there. Why don't you build a Disneyland and supercharger? It can be the ground. I can imagine the ground they cannot get because it's difficult. Now, go to a convenience store, so as 7-Eleven, they have all over Japan places where you can do. Or even, listen, Anytime Fitness. There are more Anytime Fitness places, gyms, than superchargers in Japan. Is this and then said Mr. Elon Musk says during the campaign, yeah, maybe we have to focus more on Japan because it is the third biggest country of. He's working with Japanese, he knows, and Mr. Elon Musk, this is not. If you want to get successful in Japan, first you have to get realistic with the corruption that is here, the old man corruption here in Japan. Your employees, I don't want to say it, They are not salesmen, they are engineers. That is maybe nice for people that are really interesting. When I was there was also another guy in there buying a car. I think he was at Elon Musk. But you will not see something older than 65 years that doesn't understand English buying a Tesla in Japan. Only if they really know what they are doing. But the normal people that buy cars here, like a Mercedes and the luxury cars, are not young people. They are older people with pension with a lot of money. Those are so in America or in Europe, maybe the IT engineer, the middle-aged guy with a lot of money buys a Porsches. Here in Japan, that is not the case. The older people are here more rich, and they don't like this way how Tesla is sold. Huh? They say you have to look at it. You can look at for you can order this from internet. No, they want to have the service they have with their Lexus, with their Crown. If you don't know what the Lexus and Crown is, they're the luxury cars in Japan. Now, you are treated as a king there. You go sit there. They have a heated seat for you. You sit there. You get a coffee with some cake, and you just talk. You talk, and you get a day for drive. Everything is nice. Also, the drive you do that you cannot drive further as 100 kilometers in half an hour. How do you think? Do you think the car, when you're test driving, you go 200 kilometers an hour with this car? And there is somebody in the back to explaining this car. So this agreement that you have to sign when you go driving is totally nonsense. Maybe it is interesting for outside of the country, but this is also nonsense. It's easy to make a photo, so it is relaxed. But people, if you want to sell successfully in Japan, first you need to know what you are doing. The employees, I think, are wrong. And if this is already at the sales end, at the sales end of your service side of your company, and you have already this, then I can tell you Tesla will not be big in Japan. Then management, I think it also is not good. Why? Look at the places where they built there's no thought about the superchargers. Second, why are they not going to the government and try to push this to and make some friends with Toyota or whatever? It looks like they are just planning some things there and let it die. And listen, you say, oh, that's not wrong. No, this is exactly what Japanese do. Why do you think there is a Google Japan, IBM Japan, Shell Japan, all the companies I work for, IT company, is not a company from America. It's a Japanized company. Believe me, the only way they will later understand or think, the only way that Tesla in Japan can become successful, if it is Tesla Japan. The factory that they have to build, they have to give away to Japan, and the cars that will sell and all the profits will go to Japan. That is exactly what they are doing. I see it in the banking. It is different. If you have Asia and you have Japan, the whole Japan office is totally insulated and they have their own stuff separate from all the world. That is, of course, what they also want to do with Tesla. And I'm already seeing the first things there. People, this is the start of Japan. Again, Tesla will not do good here in Japan. They will do good, maybe, as did you get the money from Japan things, but it will be not optimized. It will not be like an American car company in Japan. This is not good. And I think if Elon Musk wants to do something here, design cars or do something here, he has to radical change it. The people he has now hired, I don't know what I see and what I smell. Guys, this is so wrong. Hire somebody who really knows Japan as a foreigner and understand what is going wrong here, and let them help, because this is you need also with more contact in the government. This is not the way you want to run Tesla here, and it will be I think in 10 years, yeah. If you want to drive a gasoline car and the whole world is driving electric, you go to Japan. It will be the Cuba of the world. Here, they will not change because Toyota will not change. Nothing will change. And if it will change, Toyota will be half, and all electric cars will be electric from Honda and from Japanese markets. And Tesla will have no chance because they will be much cheaper. That's it. Have a nice day.